All right, Hugh. So we all said earlier in the show that Brandon Graham is now on our Eagles Mount Rushmore. So now we have to unveil them. You can't say a Mount Rushmore without saying all the names. Hugh Douglas, your updated Eagles Mount Rushmore goes as how?
Reggie White.
Okay.
Chuck Bednarik. Brian Dawkins. And Brandon Graham.
Chuck, Reggie, Doc, Graham.
Yeah, so I think the guy that I took off is I think Jason Kelsey was on mine at one point.
So you know what's interesting about yours? You spanned a lot of you kind of started like the start to finish is I'm going to guess on I haven't heard Kyle's full one yet. I'm going to give mine. I'm going to guess your shoe is the one that spans the most time of the Eagles, right? You started at Chuck and you ended at Brandon Graham. So you kind of covered all your bases there.
Yeah.
All right, so I like yours. Now, I think the Kelsey one's going to be a challenge because for a lot of people, he just went on last year. Does he get bumped off for BG now? Actually, on mine, I have both of them. So my Mount Rushmore.
Don't do it, Joe. You about to do something crazy, ain't you?
But that's up to you to decide. I'm just going to tell you my Mount Rushmore, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go with Brian Dawkins.
Okay.
Because I believe Doc, like the way people feel about, and he was your teammate, Hugh, and your friend, but the way people feel about Kelsey and Brandon now, that was Doc then, right? He was the one that everyone loved, and he was an incredible football player. So
yeah, I one caveat.
Whatever the caveat is, he's a Hall of Famer?
Well, no. I'm a little.
Okay.
Let me stop talking over your Mount Rushmore.
Right.
Let me be more considerate.
So here's what I mean.
Wait till you get to mine.
Here's what I struggled with.
What's that?
I struggled with how much I should weigh Super Bowls versus not Super Bowls because they're like Brian Dawkins doesn't have a Super Bowl.
He didn't win one,
but he's a great all-time great player, not just Eagle, right? He's a Hall of Fame player.
Well, the information has changed over the years.
But I kept Dawkins. Dawkins is on, and he's not off. Okay, he's on my list. I also kept Jason Kelsey on because I believe he checked a lot of boxes with winning, and he's an all-time great player. He'll be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame one day, too. I do have Brandon Graham now on the Mount Rushmore. I believe what I said a half hour ago holds true for this. If you had the greatest career in a uniform, you have to be on the Mount Rushmore. So I put him in. And then people might not like this. I don't care. I'm not moving him off. Nick Foles is on my Mount Rushmore. He was the first to do something this franchise never had done before. He won Super Bowl MVP in their first Super Bowl. So the way my Mount Rushmore is Dawkins, Foles, Kelsey, BG.